This is the new Triad. The Triad is our all-around freeride kite, which is really good for people that are new to the sport, for wave riding, for people that want to do everything you can in kiting, maybe short of the full-on, big air, really overpowered style of riding. It features a luff strut like the Boxer, so unlike most kites where the struts follow the shape of the canopy, the center strut is basically straight with a fill panel between the strut and the canopy, allowing the canopy to breathe slightly. What this does is make it very forgiving and have a broad range, especially in lighter conditions, more underpowered conditions where you can sheet in the canopy, and it allows it to kind of move instead of being fixed and locked in like a camber-induced sail or a fully battened sail. There's more pliability in the airframe of the Triad. So really good for wave riding especially, really dynamic steering, very, very predictable. It's not going to overfly you the way some kites do. The aspect ratio is such that it has great sheet in and go. So again, with the luff strut and the medium aspect ratio, easy sheet in and go. You don't have to time your kite perfectly to get going. You don't have to time it perfectly for jumps. So a great all-around freeride kite, especially for people that are looking for something that they can do everything with an emphasis more on freeride and wave riding and learning and getting into the sport. Very predictable jumping. You don't have to have perfect timing again to do the right thing on the Triad. If you were to compare the Triad with the Pivot, for example, if you just look at the planform, they're quite similar. Aspect ratio is just slightly less. The draft is a little bit deeper and further back on the Triad. The biggest difference is the luff strut and the way the canopy handles and performs. So the feel of the kite is very predictable, very steady, and very even, which is why it's such a great wave riding kite. The Pivot wants to be driven hard. It wants to be ridden powered, and it really wants to be having you follow it and aggressively drive it through the wind window, where the Triad is a little bit easier, I would say, to ride. The power is always there. You're not having to accelerate it across the window to find the power band. So it might not give you the ultimate big air jump in 40 knots, but you're probably going to get better jumps more often for a regular rider in normal conditions on a Triad, for example, because of its ease of use and broad power band.